Okay, for those of you that decided not to follow along in class, or those of you who weren't here, I'm going to do the robot project really quick. So I'm going into Illustrator, and I'm going to start with a rectangle. I'm going to take the tool that's underneath the curvature tool right here, actually the pen tool, anchor point tool, and I'm going to use that to go to the middle and press up and press down like this. So this is the beginning of our robot head. I'm going to press these out, and the reason I'm using this tool is because it doesn't add extra points. Okay, so now I want to build a screen inside of that. This is the robot's head, and I'm actually going to go to Window and Graphic Styles, because I'm going to be using this going forward in this tutorial. And the first thing I'm going to do is go to the library and go to Illuminate Styles. This will give me all the styles I need for the robot. So I'm just going to open this further up. Okay, so I'm going to start out by making the head sort of one of these. Let me pick which one I want. That right there, or maybe that. Nope, I like the lighter ones. Let's try this one. Okay, so I'm going to stick with this one. Then you can use whatever color you want. It's okay. Then the next thing I'm going to do is add a screen on front. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to do a object path, offset path. Now this time, usually I do an offset path to go positive. This time I'm going to go negative, and I can see what 10 is. I think I want 3 times that, so I'm going to do negative 30. And then I'm going to click OK. So this gives me the inner screen, and turn that to like a blue or something like that. Or you can leave it as a gray. Let's leave it as a gray. And we're going to kind of change the gradient a little bit. So I edit the gradient. I'm going to go to Edit Gradient, Linear. And I'm going to just kind of change the direction of it a little bit. Whoops, there we go. It's like this. I'm going to spread these out a little bit so they're a little more feathered. So now the screen on the inside looks a little different than the one on the outside. Then I'm going to add some eyes. So to add some eyes, I'm going to start with a circle. Like this. Hold the Shift key down. And then I'm going to do another one inside. So again, I'm going to Object, Path, Offset Path, and this one I'm going to do negative 15, so negative 15, and click OK, and this will give me the inside eye, and this is where actually I'm going to change the color to another color. You can use whatever color you want, but it has to have sort of an outline to the eye. Alright, so now I have to create sort of the back of the head. I'm trying to think of how I want to do this. I'd probably take and just use a circle, or a rectangle, or an oval, I mean, like this, and I'm going to change the color to be matching the other one. So I'm going to use my eyedropper tool, just eyedrop the style in there. Okay, so this is going to go to back, so arrange, send to back, like that, and then I'm going to just kind of align it with the top of the head, like that, and move it up. So it's like this, and then I take this side and I bring it into there. And then I'm just going to bring this down like this. Actually, I'm going to have to move it up again. So this kind of gives the head sort of a dimension in the back. Looks like it's the back of the screen of his head. It's being a little problem, but that's alright. Let me move it with the arrows a little bit so it fits perfect. It's not bad. A little off on the right side. Let me go back over. Yep. A little better. Okay. Now I want to select the eye. Select the eye. I have to kind of select everything and then shift click on everything I don't want to select. Now I've got the eye and I move it over with an option like that. I want to have a line as possible, and then I'm going to shrink up the head altogether, I think. Okay, so here's my head for my robot. I'm going to put some antennas on him later, but I'll worry about the body next. So next thing I want to do, I'm just going to copy down this piece. So Option, drag, and this is going to be a longer piece. I'm going to make it longer for the robot body. And then I'm going to make a rectangle for the neck. So I'm going to make a rectangle like this. And I'm going to grab these handles and just kind of bring them in like this. Actually, I'm going to make it thinner like this. And then I'm going to grab the handles. To grab the handles, I go to Direct Select, pull in like that. And I'm going to make a couple copies. This is his neck, and to get him even, want to have them hit right on the bottom if possible, so they look like a robot would be very symmetrical. So I'm going to select them and align the middle. And now I'm going to take it and move it in here, and I want to send them to back with the body. So I'm going to hold the shift key and select the body, arrange, send to back. So now I've got the neck. Then I want the arms. To do the arms, I'm going to do a circle. So make a circle, and move this up to the side a little bit. Like this, make actual circle. And then I'm going to make another object path, offset path, and do -40. And now I have start to the arm, so I'm going to highlight both of these. I'm going to go minus from front, like that. This gives me a start arm, but that's not a thick enough arm. I'm going to make the inside circle a little smaller. So I'm going to grab the circle and shrink it down like that, and then I'm going to center align it. So center, center. That's too big of an arm, so I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Sorry. And then center, center. Loops. Center, center. And then I'm going to minus from front. And then I'm going to take a rectangle and cut through it. And I'm going to minus from front. And then I'm going to take and break this arm apart. So I'm going to just take a line, put it through here, hold the shift key down, keep it straight. Then I'm going to highlight both of these and go to the shape builder tool, click, click, to break them apart. Now I have both of them in different sizes. These are both parts of his arm. I'm now going to eye drop them here, and eye drop them here. And I'm going to move it into position, but I don't have the arm sockets yet, so let me start with that. So these are going to be the arms. Probably want them to be a bit smaller, I guess. Just a bit. I'm not that worried about this bottom part looking like that. But now I'm going to draw some more rectangles. So draw a rectangle like this, and then I'm going to use the direct select tool, make it a little bit rounded edges but squarer. Then I'm going to take and make another smaller rectangle for the inside. Again, I use the direct select and drag it in a little bit. I'm going to eye drop the blue, and I'm going to bring it in like this, and I'm going to send it to back. Send just the blue to back, arrange, send to back. And then I want to send it all to back, arrange, send to back. Alright, so now my robot has some ears. I'm going to option and drag over here. I'm going to rotate it. I'm going to put this on the other ear like this. Then I'm going to take this ear, and I'm going to use option key, and I'm going to drag it down to here and make it longer. It's going to be the arm socket. So then I'm going to put this in place, arrange, send to back. And then I'm going to use, actually I'm just going to use that arm like that. So I like that one right there. And then I'm going to put a little ball on the end of his arm, like this. And then I'm going to I'm going to use option key and drag another one, make it a little bigger. And then I'm going to do option, what I did before, make this a little smaller. Drag that up in here. Then I'm going to knock it out by going nice from front. Then I'm going to take and make a triangle. So I go to polygon tool. And I make a triangle. I use my down arrows to get 3 like that. And I'm going to have this go in like that. I'm going to overlap them and do minus from front. This gives me the robot hand I want. Put that right here. Okay, so now I have my robot hand. I'm going to copy these down. Option drag, and I'm going to make a couple more of these. So option, make a couple copies. These are going to be his legs. And then I'm going to put these in a socket as well. So I'm going to grab this and this. Oops. I'm just going to grab these two pieces right here and option drag them down. And I'm only designing one half of the body because I'm just going to copy the rest over. I'm going to kind of angle these like this. And then I'm going to thin these out if I can. So I'm going to make that thin like that. And bring this up into here and arrange send to back. And I might group these really quick so that they stay together. But those are going to be my legs. If I want to, I could bend them a little bit, but it's up to you. Alright, so now I've got to have the foot. Foot will just be a circle. And then a rectangle. And I'm going to drop it right on here's the foot. Okay, and now I'm basically close to done here. I'm just going to go option and drag this piece. Oops. Option and drag this piece. And I'm going to take this one and reverse it. So I'm just going to go transform, reflect. Okay. And I'm going to group this one too. And I'm going to group this one. Okay. And now I take this, put it up here, arrange, send to back. And I want it to be kind of inside like this. And then I want the next one group. Oh, it's already grouped, so I'm going to just send it back, arrange, send to back. My socket's a little big for my guy here, so I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. This one a little bit smaller too. Skinny legs, but that's alright. Should just look something like that. Now I take and group the arm. So Command G is what I'll do, or you can just do group. Go option and drag over here, and I'll transform, reflect it. Put it right here, send it back, arrange, send it back, and arrange, send it back. And now I've got to put something on the front. I want to use one of these eyes, so I'm going to again select. I'm going to use my shift key. I'm going to zoom in on it a little bit so I can easier select it. Okay, so I'm in here. I'm going to grab Shift key, Command C, Command V. There's my other one. I'm going to bring it down to his chest. And let me grab it and bring it down again. I'm going to make it bigger. Oops. Command C. I'm going to make sure I have it clicked on. Click. Shift click. And I'm going to make it bigger. Like that. I'm going to group it and put it right in the middle. Okay, so that's pretty good. So now I go Command 0, hit back out, and see what I've got. Alright, now I could put antennas on them really quick. Let's see if I can do that. So I go shoop, one antenna. I'm going to angle it out like this. I want it to be a little bit shorter though, but I'm going to leave it the way it is. Sorry. Okay, so then I'm going to put a ball on top, like this. This is my antenna, so I'm just going to group it. And I'm going to move it up, shrink it down a little bit. And now I'm going to click all three of these. I'm going to send them back, arrange, send to back, so that the antenna is in front, but not behind the head. And then I'm going to take this, make a copy using the Option key, transform, reflect, click OK. And I'm going to get it hopefully in an even spot. Right there. So there's my robot. That is the assignment. Command G. There's probably some more steps, like I would add some pads on his feet or something like that. You can do what you want to and make them a little bit different, but this is all that's required. And then you go File, Export, Export As, and I want you to select PNG. So down here, just make sure you have PNG selected and call it robot and turn it in. And that is the robot project.